Welcome into South Florida Daily. We're so glad you're here. We have a packed show for you. Sunset Strolls are back at Murakami, so we will tell you everything you need to know about how you can attend those events. Plus, it's time for Open Studios here in Palm Beach County. We have so many amazing local artists, and now is the time for you to get up close and personal, see the art in the making, and maybe even purchase a piece or two. Here's all the information for you. Welcome in to South Florida Daily.
So this is our second year, and we expect to have probably about 100 artists participating, and it will be throughout Palm Beach County. For 2 days, we'll have artists opening their studios so that you can go meet them in their studios and see them making art, buy local art, also talk to them about their art, understand what their processes are. So it's a really unique experience to be able to buy art from the artist who's making it. And also just very accessible in terms of pricing. You know, I think that people forget that they can support the local community by just buying local artists' work. And there are artists of all types. And so we will have a guide online and also a printed brochure. And so people can look at it because it's going to be throughout the county and figure out what artist is going to be appropriate to what they're looking to do. If they want to bring their family, there'll be some artists that are, you know, selling works that is more appropriate for children. Last year, there were artists who had opportunities for people to even paint work while they were in their studios, and much more interactive. It was really fun. So also you should know that Open Studios is free to attend, and I think it's really important to recognize that there's a wide range of pricing, and it's very accessible. And knowing a local artist and having access to their work and watching as they grow is a great opportunity to learn, to become a collector, to ask a lot of questions from an artist. And it won't break the bank. It's very accessible. So I think it's a great opportunity for any collector, just even a brand new collector.
Our Sunset Strolls will be offered 4 times as we come into the summer months. It gives people an opportunity to visit the gardens when it's a little cooler. Whether it's one individual walking the gardens, an entire family, it's always a very peaceful setting. It's always fun and exciting. We always try to do something a little different. This year, we will try to focus on several different themes. So there'll be a martial arts theme, there'll be a sake tasting theme. Every event that they come to will be a little different. Murakami.org is the best place to go. They'll see all of our ticket information. We have to have advance sales tickets, so please, everybody, get your tickets in advance so that you don't get locked out of any of these wonderful events.
One of the great things about riding around Palm Beach County is you find some pop-in locations. Here at the corner of High Paluxo and Adonis, I found all these signs, and it asked me, are you craving? Of course I'm craving more barbecue. So let's check out and talk to the owner and see what all the fuss is about you craving barbecue. Hey, they said look for the sign, and that's exactly what I did. I found You Craving Barbecue. You craving? Yes, I'm craving. Duh. Right now, I'm sitting at an empty table, but it will not last long because I've been craving some barbecue. But guess what? I'm at You Craving. So what do you have for me today?
We have some of the best barbecue in South Florida.
All right.
Ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, collard greens, mac and cheese.
So you are, I call it a Meals on Wheels because you're a food truck. I mean, you do have tables, which I feel is great for your customers that want to have a sit-down feel. They can actually sit over there and enjoy the nice shade that you have. So what made you want to do that to give the tables and not just a drive and go?
Oh, a lot of people like to sit and eat at a roadside service than going in a restaurant nowadays. We see that a lot more people are comfortable. They want to take in what's around them. The cars going by, the people, it's just the atmosphere, the smell of the smoke.
Right, well, I'm sure a lot of people may be envious of you because you have the corner of Adonis and High Paluxo where all of this is here, where people can just see you and smell the goodness. I can smell the barbecue right now.
Yes.
What else do you have to offer besides barbecue?
Besides barbecue, we have specialty dishes. Now that we launched the food truck, we're going to get more in depth with our menu. We're going to provide stuff like fried grits with sauteed with shrimp sauce.
Did you say fried grits?
Fried grits over smoked salmon, black salmon.
Okay.
So our menu is going to get a little bit more deeper. We're going to start launching the stewed turkeys, the curry chickens, just to let them know that we go a little bit more deeper than the barbecue.
Do you have any menu items that, for example, people who don't eat meat? Do you have anything for people who don't eat meat here?
Unfortunately, the only thing that we have that don't eat meat is some of the sides.
Hey, that's all right. Listen, you know, because I want to get my vegetarians out here too. Because just this view, and I'm sure people like to take a lot of pictures.
Of
on your
course,
truck.
of course, of course. They love the truck now.
So you have collard greens though.
Oh, we have collard greens.
Okay.
We have a little cabbage for them.
You got cabbage.
We have cabbage. Cabbage will be on the menu.
You know, you are like I think one of the first that I've actually sat with that have cabbage. I love cabbage.
Right?
I'm like, why do people not have more cabbage in their lives? My favorite part of every show is when I get to eat and try the greatness of a good chef. So what do we have here?
So right here, we have our specialty dish, our fried grits with blackened salmon, with shrimp and smoked sausage, with peppers and a sauteed shrimp sauce.
Wow, I can't even see the fried grits. Is that underneath that?
Yes, that's right there, that little block that's underneath there.
Okay.
That's the fried grits.
Let me, so the audience can see. I just can't eat fish, so I'm not gonna do it, but I wanna make sure that they get to see it. Wow, I would have never guessed that grits were in there. That looks so neat. And I love grits. This looks absolutely amazing. If I could eat it, I'll be smacking right now, I promise you.
Yeah, let them see how that good cheesy grit.
Ooh, yes.
Good stuff.
And I see you have shrimp, so this is really for your seafood lovers. You
My
really
seafood
looked out
lovers.
for them.
So, yeah, so my seafood lovers, we have a special, the grits, the salmon, and it's all smoked and black.
So next is my favorite dish here that I'm definitely going to indulge in. So let's talk about this real quick. This is definitely classic soul food. So you have your greens here. Okay, I'm gonna try some. What do you make your greens with? Love?
With love, everything's with love.
These are good. Mac and cheese is like buffet. When I hear people say they don't like mac and cheese, I'm like, what planet are you from?
Right.
You gotta love mac and cheese.
Exactly.
And this has a lot of cheese, so it can't be just mac and no cheese. So you got some special ingredients in here too, sir.
It's all the best cheeses that you can find.
That's good.
Thank you.
Okay, so talk about your ribs while I'm still eating this macaroni and
The
cheese.
ribs, everything's smoked. Like I said, everything's dry rubbed. We dry rub our meats. Everything marinates for about 24 hours before it goes on the grill. And then once it goes on the grill, the rest is action. The rest
That's
is
a lot of labor behind it. Oh.
Exactly.
So what type of sauces do you have? Do you have different sauces for people?
So yeah, we have a variety of 3-4 different barbecue sauces. The main sauce is our You Craving sauce, which is our sauce. That's our special sauce.
Nice.
You know, people craving barbecue, they gotta have the Craving sauce.
Okay.
So the Craving sauce goes on all our dishes. It can go with any of our foods that we serve. And then we have a hot honey. We do a jerk, because we also jerk the ribs. We have a jerk rib segment that we do the jerk. So with jerk ribs with the jerk sauce, spice it up. That's for my people that like a little spice, a little heat to their food.
A little pop.
And a little pop.
So we got some sweets to end up with, and you talked about this banana pudding, which I'm just like, yeah, somebody finally got it.
So everybody asks us about our treats. The only thing we were missing was our desserts. So my wife, of course, she's the backbone to the business.
Shout out to the wife,
Shout out to
who
the
always
wife.
knows the best about sweets.
Exactly.
We love sweets.
She does all the sides, and so she came up with the banana pudding.
And you got some stuff on top.
Little sprinkles, little sprinkles.
Okay. Let me indulge in this real quick.
Another classic.
Lord have mercy.
And then right here we have our red velvet sweet cream cheese cupcake, topped with
Red velvet, sweet cream cheese cupcake.
Cupcake, topped with a little chocolate sprinkles, kisses.
Y'all getting people addicted. That's what it is.
We like to let people know we got that comeback at You Craving.
So how can they follow you and get this goodness here?
So you can follow us on IG, Facebook. If you want to check our reviews, we're on Google, so you can Google us.
Okay.
And then we're located at 4730 Hypaluxo Road.
Right.
We're here every weekend.
The South Florida Daily Set is sponsored by El Dorado Furniture.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily. You may recall a few months ago, we sat down with our friend Donnell McCant. He is the host of a new show called Parks in the Palm Beaches. We talked about it. We learned a lot. It's finally here. So here is Donnell with Parks in the Palm Beaches, and today he is showing us around Murakami.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
Get ready because it's time for Fushu Daiko. Our group Fushu Daiko was created here in 1990 by Charles and Yoshiko Kane. Yoshiko did traditional dance and theater here at the Murakami and was disappointed that there was no of Florida taiko group. So at 63, she decided she was going to start a taiko group. We made our first drums out of Jack Daniel's whiskey barrels. It played in their living room, and the group has grown from there. We've started with 2 people, and we've grown to about 12 or 13 performers, and then we have a dojo where we also teach. The Murakami was the first place that Charlie and Yoshiko played taiko here, and we have maintained a relationship with the Murakami for over 30 years now. Fushu Daiko is the 9th oldest taiko group in North America. When the art form was brought here in 1968 by Seishi Tanaka, who started San Francisco Taiko Dojo. Same thing, he went to a festival and there was no taiko at it and was like, that's not right, and started a group, and that's how it started in North America. With one man, we've grown to about 500-600 groups around North America, and we're proud to represent Florida. Now this is a drum. What do we got here, Ben?
Thank you. This drum is very special to us. This is our biggest centerpiece drum. It's our Odaiko, and we call it Godzilla.
I can see why. It's huge.
Godzilla is 48 inches opening and 6 feet deep, and it stands about 8 feet tall. And the first drum you saw was a medium-sized drum. We use medium-sized sticks, but with the big drum, we need bigger sticks, and we take a bigger stance to hit it. Want to hit it for us?
Sure.
Check this.
So big, wide stance, and it's more swinging from your arm.
This metal instrument we call a cannon. It's essentially a 3-tone bell. Because it has such a bright sound, you can hear it cut across a whole room full of drummers. And so we use this almost like a guiding line, right?
Nice.
And so I'm gonna have you play tiki, tiki, tiki. Okay, and then Greg and I are gonna join you on these other
just
instruments.
continuously
Yeah,
play
tiki,
that one?
Yeah, that's a bass
Okay.
rhythm. Go for it.
Great, man. This is wow. Can I have this?
The Murakami Obon Weekend stands as a testament to the enduring importance of tradition and cultural heritage in contemporary society. Attendees leave with a profound and heartwarming experience, cherished memories, and a deeper understanding of a very significant holiday in the Japanese culture. It reinforces the importance of preserving and sharing the richness of cultural traditions for generations to come. The Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation Department makes the quality of life for Palm Beach County residents and visitors better by providing diverse, safe, and affordable recreation services, welcoming parks, and enriching social and cultural experiences.
The fun doesn't stop here on TV. We are all over social media. Give us a follow at South FL Daily. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We post fun behind the scenes content, reels, giveaways, and so much more. Plus, if you miss an episode of South Florida Daily, don't fret. You can watch it on YouTube. We'll be right back. Welcome back into South Florida Daily. The Winter Equestrian Festival is over, but we had so much fun covering this year's season. Such a great time. The good news is you can still go out to Wellington and see some of those athletes preparing for the Summer Olympics.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
This is the $500,000 Rolex Grand Prix weekend. You are going to come and see the best of the best competition that show jumping in North America has to offer. One thing that many people don't know about us is that we are free and open to the public, so just $20 to park, and you can come and get a hot dog and a snow cone or a funnel cake, or you can have a beer and just enjoy a sport that not many people in North America get to see every day.
Someone's never come out to Wellington before. Describe why they should come out here this weekend with their family, friends, and watch the competition.
Well, I think it's a great outing for both kids and adults. The horses are beautiful. The sport is the highest level here, particularly this final week. And it's an exciting evening of sport and a lot of activities for the rest of the family.
There's a whole lot of the fan experience when you walk in. You've got the fire-eating dragons and the carousel and all that, but what everybody really comes here is for the competition. And in our sport at this time of year, this is the highest concentration of the best ranked riders in the world.
I think the energy is going to surprise anyone who's never been here. It feels like you're going to a concert or a football game. I mean, there's people everywhere, vendors, children. It's a great family atmosphere, and it's an easy sport to understand. So I think even if you've never seen it, you can quickly catch on. But yeah, I think that it's well worth coming to try out.
You're a two-time Olympic gold medalist. Tell me about your preparation going into this and about your nerves. Are you not nervous? Describe a little bit the emotions going into this weekend.
Yeah, I have to admit I'm always a bit nervous. I'm ambitious and always want to do well. You learn to process that, obviously, as an athlete. I have an exciting horse competing this week, a new horse for me, but he's been coming along great, and I think he's really primed for this weekend, and possibly an Olympic bid later in the year. So, we'll go one step at a time, but this is certainly a step along the road.
I don't know that we calm our nerves completely, but I think, for us, we've done this a lot, and we have to focus on our horse. So I think, once we get on the horse and you get busy doing what you're doing, the nerves go away, and it's all about the job at hand. But it's an exciting atmosphere for us, and I think being the home riders, we'd really love to put on a good performance.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
This bicycle exhibition is really an exploration of the invention of the bicycle in the Gilded Age. which was a time when you were going from a horse and carriage to having full autonomy. You could go somewhere without an escort for women. You could go somewhere without a horse and carriage. So in this exhibition, we talk about the invention of the bicycle itself, going from those velocipedes where it was really quite dangerous, they even called them bone shakers, to then the high wheel bicycle, which we see with the quite larger front wheel, the smaller back wheel.
They look dangerous.
Yes, they were very, very dangerous. So then we moved into our safety bicycle, which is the bicycle we use today. This bicycle right behind you actually has quite an interesting provenance. It at one point belonged to President William McKinley. McKinley was president during this era of the bicycle boom, which was a time when there were over 300 bicycle companies in the US, making it one of the largest businesses.
Did people have to take bike lessons?
They did. There was actually a bicycle riding school at one of Henry Flagler's hotels. It was very difficult, though, to learn to ride a bicycle as an adult. In particular, you're wearing clothes that they were wearing during the Gilded Age, this heavy, thick suiting. So it was a time, actually, when the bloomer was developed to go under women's skirts so they could delicately hop on the bicycle. And so actually bicycles themselves and the rise of them was huge for the women's liberation movement, because for the first time women could go around without an escort.
What can people expect to see when they visit Whitehall?
When you walk through the doors of Whitehall, you're going back in time. You're going back to that Gilded Age. Whitehall was completed in 1902 by a pair of architects, Carrere and Hastings, who had worked on a project previously with Henry Flagler. He then asked them to come and do his personal home here in Palm Beach for him and his wife. And this was their home. They would come only about 6 weeks a year in the social season. And really, it was Henry Flagler who set up this idea of this, these snowbirds.
Campbell, thank you so much for having me here at Whitehall and giving me a history lesson on the museum and the bikes. I had so much fun. I think I want to ride a bike now.
Thank you so much, Cindy. It was so lovely having you here.
The Palm Beaches is the epicenter for the ultimate equestrian life. Let your spirit rise. Our Winter Equestrian Festival is the world's largest and longest running equestrian sports event. The National Polo Center in Wellington, one of the world's largest, attracts top athletes and spectators for world-class polo, festive field-side brunches, and non-stop fun in the sun. And that's not all. Equestrian life in the Palm Beaches will focus on every aspect of the incredible equestrian lifestyle right here in Palm Beach County, from competitions, events, and training to trail riding and equine therapy. When it's winter everywhere else, it's equestrian season right here in the Palm Beaches. So get ready for some horseplay, Palm Beaches style.
Thanks so much for joining us here on South Florida Daily. And if you liked what you saw today, don't worry, we will be back tomorrow right here on Fox 29 at noon. We have a great show for you. We are with our friend Kitty London. What's Poppin' PBC visits a delicious barbecue restaurant here in Palm Beach County, and we're on the foodie train, so we're going to take you to Boynton and give you a preview of a cool event that is coming up in our neck of the woods. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.